that's up and running. So go on and follow us on Spotify. But today it's a bit of a different day. I got a special guest in. Got my one of my good old friends, Cayllan. Nate, how are you?
Richie, I'm good.
Good.
Good to be in Brisbane.
Yes.
Good to be back here during this time. Nice and cool.
The big smoke.
Yeah, man. I'm always like excited when I come back to Brisbane.
Yeah.
So many good friends here, family. Especially if I time it around this time as well. Like the weather's perfect.
Today it's like fucking 20. Probably 21 degrees, but
so good.
Beautiful sunny day.
Yeah, I know. You don't get this back in Port, man.
Nah.
Like you get two of the. Actually, you just get hot.
Yeah.
It's just hot. It's either really hot or like it's like raining or it's storming.
Yeah.
Nah, but it's good to be back. And how you been?
Oh, me? Yeah, no, good. Just trying to get everything together in play before we head off to Europe in the next 3 weeks. So
yeah. Well, that's exciting.
Mate, I'm excited. Fuck, it's like, first time to go to Europe.
Yeah.
First, flight over 6 hours.
Those are hard. Those are really hard.
Yeah, you were actually on a long flight to South Africa last year.
Yeah, two of them were and it just kept growing. First one to Singapore is 6 hours.
Yeah.
Then Singapore to Doha is 8.
Oh my.
And then Doha to Cape Town's 10.
How was that flight like? Did you have to get up and move around or?
The thing is you got to pick your seat in the right spot, and if you get I always chose aisle so I could just get up and walk.
Yeah.
But then the bigger planes it's 3. So you got to hope you sit next to at least somebody apart from your missus, right?
Yeah.
Somebody else in the row that so that you can move around.
Yeah, that's the annoying thing.
I always think back to it, I'm like, man, if I'm planning for a really big trip in advance, I'd save up and try go business class or something.
Yeah, it just makes a difference, doesn't it?
It really does on the really long flights.
Yeah.
But then you gotta move around or you're gonna be totally fucked.
Yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna go because my knees are fucking terrible. They're sore just from.
What do you guys flying on?
So we're on Emirates.
Oh, okay. I think that'll be pretty good. They're pretty comfy.
Yeah, I heard that they are pretty good, and they're co-share with Qantas or whatever.
Yeah.
Get frequent flies and all of that.
Yeah, true. And then you'll have access, I think, to the lounges in layovers and stuff as well.
Hopefully.
Yeah, that'll be pretty good.
I think the first flight we go over there, we're on the Airbus.
Oh, okay.
But I think on the Airbus it's the whole top floor is business.
Oh.
Business class, and then bottom floor is economy.
Yeah.
We're in economy. So.
But most of the time it's you're too excited about where you're going, so you don't really care.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I'm just gonna be fuck, it's my first time. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Fuck these knees,
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, but the long flights are they're tough.
Yeah. How did you sleep? You just.
Bro, that's the thing. You have to we had one of the travel pillows, but then you can't really move around on it.
It's never good.
Oh, so and even if you try to move back, the people at the back, you got to be considerate of them as well. So you can't recline all the way back.
No.
So yeah, sleeping it gets a little bit hard.
Yeah.
So my thing was I would just watch stuff, but then you can only watch for so many hours before you get tired of that.
Yeah.
Right. So then, luckily, during the layovers we had, and the layovers were long, 10 hours plus.
So did you just stay in the airport?
Yeah.
Shit.
So you have to they've got lounges and stuff where you can book out and probably go sleeping pods and this sort of stuff.
Yeah.
So we'd book it out for 6 hours, 8 hours, and then just sleep.
Yeah.
Quiet places and stuff like that.
That's good.
But when we traveled to, it was when World Cup had just ended.
Oh fuck.
So bro, it's packed everywhere. Everybody's trying to go back to their countries and stuff. But then I was fuck. Look, any sleep is sleep at this stage.
Exactly. And you're going to South Africa, new place,
And that's the thing, and the time zone, the change, you lose a day, and then when you go there, you gain a day. It's so weird.
That is really weird.
So you got to get your bearings right. But that was a good experience.
Oh no, that's good, and good to know as well before I hop on the plane and don't know what I'm about to get hit with.
Yeah, just don't drink fizzy drinks, man. You gotta stay away from that shit on the plane.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Okay, good. No cokes.
Nah, and I learned that like the hard way because like you start to get like fucking the build up of all the fizz and the gas and you're in there for hours, right?
Yeah, true.
You can only
Cups or
yeah, bro, nothing, man. Because it's so packed, right? You can't just let it rip. It's like
someone was.
yeah. I would have. I know, right? Because it's not gonna go anywhere. It's just gonna be stuck in there. So I was like, eventually I started just going like juice.
Yeah.
That's a safe way.
Yeah, just stay hydrated.
Yeah, and like we flew on Qatar, so it was very, like they're very attentive. Like so, you're just like if you're just if she sees like everybody sleeping and you're awake watching like come like oh do you want some snacks?
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, like so they were always like making sure that you were comfortable.
Wow.
So that was
awesome.
that was one of the good things about it. Yeah.
Did you have to pay for the snacks?
No, everything's free. Like it's free. Well, you don't have to worry. You don't. Yeah, exactly right. You don't have to worry about any of that. And they're
That's
like
perfect.
And they're like the nicest
Snacks too.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Oh, and then like the menus are, and I guess it was good because they also had like you've got Wi-Fi on board as well.
Yeah, true.
So
you can use your phone.
Yeah, exactly. So like I was like chatting with the boys and
Yeah.
like getting on YouTube and Facebook and all that. So it's sort of like pastime.
That's good.
And like Netflix, because you can only like. I get that the movies on board are like the latest stuff.
Yeah,
but then like there's only so much that you would want to watch, right?
Yeah. Like there's only ever like one or two movies that you're like, oh, I'll watch that.
Yeah, like actually watch the full thing,
Yeah.
right, and not just skip through.
Yeah.
But no, it's cool. Like it's definitely a good experience. But
Yeah.
down the line, like you'd wanna probably splurge a little and go business class.
Business.
These guys, man, you walk past them and you see them in their pods, like
It's fast asleep.
recline, just chilling. Like, they get their pajamas and all this sort of shit. Like, shh. Us commoners, we're at the back, eh?
Next time, just push one over and.
Bro, I was hoping like there would be a time where we've got some free seats. Maybe you wanna like come out, get upgraded, something like that. Nothing, nothing. Even though it wasn't a full flight.
Yeah.
Bro, they in that department, like you need to actually pay for it. Or,
Yeah.
Fuck,
And it costs a fuckload.
bro. It
That's a
does.
lot. Yeah.
Is it worth it? Yeah, I don't know, but I mean,
Only one way to find it.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
But no, but it was good.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we wanted to sort of talk about, where you're from. I know you've come from Moresby for, the next few weeks for work down here. And I guess we want to sort of tell our viewers, a bit about yourself and how we met. So I guess let's start off with, where you're born and raised.
So I was actually born in Ley.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't even know.
Yeah. So a lot of people actually don't, right? But because dad was teaching in Ley right over at Unitech.
Yeah.
So when he was there, all of us were born except Janela. She was born in Moresby.
Yeah.
But all of us were born in Ley. And then I think after a year, that's when we moved to Pom.
Yeah.
Because then he got his rollover in Pom, like a new job, so we moved over there.
Mm-hmm.
And then grew up like Pom, like I've been in Pom my whole life, eh?
Yeah. You were at Joey's like from what?
Preschool till grade 12. Fucking Joey baby, man.
Shit, you're Joey through and through.
It's kind of bad, because like not bad, but kind of sad that I've been there for so long. I know what it's like, but then now when you ask about how it's like now, how the school is like, they talk about quality has really gone down. And, I mean, it's
sad.
I'm obviously hearing this stuff secondhand, so I don't really know. But I mean, in the future, when I do eventually have kids, I'm gonna send them back there again, right?
Yeah, true.
Because I reckon like they're still up there.
Oh,
yeah.
Like, if I lived in Pom, I'd send my kids straight to Joey's. Like, the time I had there was really good.
It's just like it's just one of those things where because you grew up there, you just have that connection with the place.
Yeah, exactly.
But having said that, like obviously things have gotten a lot worse from what I hear. But like I mean, I guess.
And for those of you that don't know, Joey's is St. Joseph's International Catholic College. Yeah. So it's preschool to grade 12. It's a full school. Yeah. Like full school, primary school, high school, both combined, and Yeah, it's in the heart of Baroka.
Yeah, because initially it was just up to grade 8, and then each year they just kept like going, 9, 10, and now it's like to 12. But okay, so sorry, I deviated a little bit there.
That's alright.
But
we always deviate on this podcast. It's fine.
So my he's from Manus, and my mom's from New Ireland.
Island mix.
Yeah, it's always weird, right? You always have those combinations, Manus, New Ireland a lot.
Yeah, what's going on?
I don't know. What they're so close to each other.
They must be drawn together.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but almost everybody else here is either from Manus or New Ireland.
Ocean.
Yeah. So, I guess, but then I would say I'm more like in touch with my New Island side than my Manus side.
You go back there quite a lot.
Yeah. So we do go back to...
Actually, you're working there now.
Yeah, right? I guess I'm just a little more in touch and closer with my New Island side of family, right? And then like we're always going back there for holidays. Well, I haven't been back home since 2019 or something. Like even though now I'm working in here, like I don't even go back. Like even though it's so close.
So close. What's probably the best thing about New Island? Like when you go back to the village, like what's one thing that you always love doing or enjoy doing?
I reckon like it's just going down to the beach because like where we are, right? Like where our family house is, you just walk about 100, 200 meters and you're already at the beach. So like the beachfront. Yeah. And like it's just so peaceful. It's not like when you're in the city, you're constantly hearing like horns and people shouting, and there's always drama happening, right? Yeah. Like especially like in Palm. Yeah. But then when you go back, it's just like you're disconnected, right? And then it's a lot more peaceful than having to like, you hear like families fighting or kids crying, or because we're also kind of secluded like from the nearby villages. There's like there's like quite a fair distance between the next village on each side of where we are. So like I do enjoy the fact that when you go back, you're just like it's just very nice and calm. You know, it's very stress free. You don't have to worry too much about like people constantly coming over or like listening to this and that like in the background. It's just like
drama.
And then like obviously it's nice and just very windy by the beach, nice and cool, because like it gets pretty hot there as well. And in the city, right, you know how hot it gets, like
really.
So it's man. So it's always good to just chill, have a few beers, kick back. Fuck, I wish I knew how to like surf properly. You know that time we went to Hula. I haven't like touched a surfboard since. You know the guys were laughing when I was like, I nearly drowned. Literally. Oh yeah. Like, the boat went under and took me under as well. And then I'm like struggling for air, trying to come up, and then you just see them on the beach just laughing, and I'm just like shouting for help. Like what the bro, since then, nah.
Yeah, I think bro, a few of the boys have nearly drowned. Like I remember Billy one time, he went down for ages, and I was looking for him like in the water, and then he came up and he was like, and like, fuck, it wasn't good because then like he went onto the beach and we had to get his fucking asthma popper.
Shit, it was that serious.
That's serious.
Oh fuck, Bills, you gotta don't. Surfing is not for you.
It's not.
It's not for you.
Stay on the land.
Yeah, man. I'm happy to be. I'm a land creature, man. Yeah. Like
I feel like most black people are.
Bro, I don't know how how you can be so like. I get it. Maybe like for instance, you love surfing, right? Yeah. You like going out and like being out in the ocean and fishing, all this sort of stuff. Bro, just a couple of weeks ago, I went with a couple of my colleagues here. They came from the Brisbane office to here.
I think I saw a photo.
And then we went onto the island, right?
Yeah.
So it was great. Weather was perfect, all that sort of stuff. And out of nowhere, it just went like grey and black. So then we were like, okay, we gotta head back now. Head back to the main island. Yeah. And we're on banana boats, right? Yeah. As soon as we take off and we start heading back, the storm just hits us.
Oh no.
Bro, it was so
everything wet.
It was so
rough. The sea.
So like the boats are going like this, and then like the skippers, they're used to this sort of stuff. So
but sort of you guys aren't.
Exactly. I was like, nah. This is why. This is why I haven't been on a boat in so long because of this. Because of this type of event. Like I always try to avoid this, right?
Get me off this fucking thing.
where it was one of those moments where it made me realize why I'm happy to just stay on land.
Yeah. No, that's fair. Fair call.
I mean, if we go on a river or something where I can see like everything around, sure, whatever.
Something where no waves.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Nice little lake.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm happy with that. Yeah.
Well, let's talk about sort of how we met and the connection there, because I left East Boroko, or Boroko East, whatever you call it now, and came over to Joey's in grade 3.
Yeah.
And I was in the class with, I think I was in your class. Was I?
No. You were in the other class.
I was in the other class.
Yeah,
with,
I think
Theodore
Theo, come on, man. Come on, man. This guy.
Theo.
I was just talking about that with the guys. How we all were so innocent, right?
Bro,
this guy was so advanced.
He infiltrated my mind. And he pumped lots of fucking bullshit into it.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, I miss that guy. I haven't seen him in years.
Yeah. I only see him on Facebook.
Yeah, same.
On random shit.
It's weird. Like, because of the Origin last week, that's the only time he ever reaches out to me, right? During the Origin period. As soon as Queensland won, he tagged me in a status. Oh, Cayllan, how are you? This and that. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, wait.
Slow down, buddy, slow down.
So I didn't reply.
Yeah.
I didn't reply. I just sort of just
Let him do his thing.
Yeah. I was like, I'll wait for game 2.
If
we lose, then okay. Then I've got nothing to say. But anyway, nah. Yeah, I remember we weren't in the same class, but we did. I'm pretty sure we started meeting like during soccer.
Yeah.
When we all started playing soccer, which is weird, like, because like that was how many of us like really became close.
Yeah.
Like we'd always like we're always at practice like
always.
3 times a week, and then game days on Saturdays. Like
that was the Sir John guys days, like training, then playing. It's me, you, Stan, Billy,
Palsy,
just everyone. So
I'm just thinking back to like
Leppy.
How did? And our parents had a lot of commitment to drive us there, like,
bro,
for every afternoon for training.
Wow, pick us up
from school. Because I'm thinking like now, right? This day and age, you work during that time, right?
Yeah.
How do you like just get off work to go pick up your kid, bring them there, go back to work, and then come back again after that? Like, man, the commitment,
Yeah, they did like, a lot for us.
And we didn't really.
Parents.
Yeah. Of course we didn't realize it, right? Because we're young.
Fucking fuckheads.
And it's having the time of our lives.
Exactly. Like no worries in the world.
Yeah, I know. So like, but it was fun. Like, that's one thing that I really like enjoyed about growing up. Right, was like how we all always got together. Played it. Like, we had a lot of success. Like every year, like it was like coming first every year. Every year it was like, but it was good. Like it definitely, I reckon, built that good foundation for like how we are now.
It did, and it only just like brought us closer because we're all into the same things.
Exactly.
Soccer, watching, playing FIFA.
Yeah,
that's what we do. Go over to each other's houses, play FIFA, like, and then go to play our games.
I know, and till this day we still do that.
Because that habit hasn't left.
I know, right? It's crazy. I haven't met like many people where they've had friendships that long.
Bro, it's kind of like
it's pretty rare.
It's
like
very
these
rare.
days.
Yeah.
And like I noticed, like a lot of people they always say, "Oh yeah, nah, he's my best mate," or this and that. And I was like, "Oh, okay, how long have you guys been friends?" I was like, "Oh, we met in uni, stuff like that." And like you usually get those type of responses.
Yeah.
As opposed to like, "Oh, like we started playing soccer, since like grade 3, grade 4." Like it's really good.
Like it always just like, because whenever I go back to Pom and I see other like people that were in our ear, or like from Joey's, and then we're all together and they see us, it's like I wonder what's going through their mind.
True,
like,
right?
Like, how are they all still together? Like, because they don't hang around with
Yeah.
like Joey's people.
Exactly. And like I've had a couple of people like actually ask me like, oh, like, have you seen this person? Like, take for instance, if they ask, like, oh, have you seen Richie? I was like, yeah. When he was here, we all just caught up this and that. And it's like, oh, I didn't know that you all like still kept in touch, like stuff like that. I was like, oh, okay. Like it's like they expect that once you sort of like if you move away or this or that, you lose that connection. But no, it's been good.
It stayed solid.
Yeah,
It stayed strong.
100%.
Which,
Yeah.
I love.
Yeah,
So
bro.
shout out to the Ploops boys.
Yeah, to all the ploops. Except Shane.
Storm suck.
Yeah. Oh, they got pumped last week. They got pumped. Oh, help me move on top of them. I feel like Warriors have jumped over them on the ladder.
Bro, I feel like they would have after last night's performance.
Fuck, but Storms haven't played yet. So I think.
But they got a tough one.
Who is it?
They're playing Cronulla. But Sharks have won the last 3 or 4 games down in Melbourne.
Oh, really?
Yeah, remember that semi-final they beat them?
Oh, yes. I think fucking Nico had a blinder.
Yeah, Nico. So I think this might be a tough one, but who knows? Money Monster might put on a clinic.
Fuck that guy.
Fuck that guy. No,
Love that guy. Fuck you. Yeah, it's so trash. Everywhere I go here, it's like Queenslander. The guys in the office keep giving it to me like... bro, I cop so much shit for supporting New South Wales, but whatever. You know, it feels even better when we win, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
That's the good thing about it.
If they win, you can rub it back in.
If? Don't you mean when? Huh?
Nah, if.
Okay.
Suncorp wins, 80% win record there, I think.
Yeah, you guys, that's the graveyard.
The hello ground.
The thing about it is like, it's gonna be a good game, but like, now we really are underdogs.
You'd hope so.
Don't play that card, man. You are like Palsy.
We're always underdogs. Queensland's always underdogs. You got the best players on paper.
Not in game 2.
That's, well, only one. -1. Nathan Cleary.
He's gone.
Oh, fuck.
Cam Murray not gonna play.
Yeah, true.
Dude, we're like just injury. Fuck, that's actually concerning. How we just keep having injury after injury.
Doesn't concern me.
Yeah, of course. Queen. So arrogant. I'm kidding. Nah, all good. Nah, but it's okay. We'll wait till the following week to find out.
We'll find out soon.
Yeah. I'm actually thinking I might have. I was like, do I extend by a couple of days just so I could watch game 2?
Bro, here and then like we win and then you'll fly back home.
Yeah. Honestly, that would be depressing. Fuck it. No, fuck it. Nah, I'm not gonna do it. Nah, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
It's not worth it.
And how was your what was high school life? Because obviously I came down here at the end of grade 7.
Yeah.
And then you went on to do the remainder of high school and finish at Joey's. So, I mean, give us a little insight on what that was like and how you went through it all.
Yeah. I guess one of the good things about high school at Joey's was like, well, back then, I'd like to hope it's still the case now, but back then it was like, although you technically, like when I look back on it now, you were kind of like spoon-fed.
Yeah.
Like teachers would give you everything like that you need, like the resources, not all the resources, but the material, right? It was just how you used it, right? Or whether you wanted to essentially make the most of how they taught you and that sort of stuff, right?
Yeah.
So they had similar to I think many of the other schools back in POM, they've had like different curriculums. So like the PNG, we had the PNG and New South Wales curriculum.
Yeah.
But like one thing that I noticed, and like I don't know if it was a loophole or anything, but like I felt like, obviously if you sign up for the New South Wales curriculum, you pay more, right, to study that one. But I noticed that even if you just signed up for PNG curriculum, you were taught the same thing. The only thing at the end of the day was like you'd sit for an extra set of exams and you'd get a New South Wales certificate, like HSC certificate, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, so you're like paying an additional couple thousand to just get that essentially that certification, right?
Yeah, wow.
And we all at the end of the day, like there were 2 classes each for each grade, right?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you're being taught the same thing.
Yeah, true.
It's just about where your interests lie, whether in business or science or that sort of thing. So I was really like, I sort of picked that out. Oh, well, I don't want to take credit for it, but Pops was like, you want to, because I was like, oh, maybe I should take New South Wales curriculum.
Yeah.
And then when he sort of had a deeper look into it, he was like, oh, it's like the same thing. So we're like, why don't you just do the PNG one? And I was like, okay, yeah, I reckon that'll be better because I don't really have any intentions of probably like going to uni abroad at that stage, right?
Yeah.
So then like it worked out pretty well.
That's good.
Yeah, and I reckon like one really good thing about like high school was Joey's really helped you like build a good foundation. Like they taught you the right things, right? And it also helped like back then, St. Joseph was always one of the high schools top performing high schools, right? So like every time you'd sort of expect that come national exams, that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And then like it also has a lot of weighting when you're applying to universities. Like when they saw like, oh, not only is he or she a top performer, but he's coming from St. Joseph. So it was always like an additional weight, like when you're getting selected to go. And back then, like it was pretty tough to get in. Like I think now it's a lot. Well, it's still a lot tougher, but back then, like you were always dreading after national exams.
Yeah, that's like, what I would always hear. Like you know, people like
reading
stress.
the papers, like looking for your name and all that sort of stuff. So it was like very like
even just the year, because it was grade 8 and grade 10, right?
Yeah,
that's when you had to do national exams.
Yeah.
Like even those periods too, like those would be very stressful because I'd hear from you guys, I'd hear from my cousins, like, well, so and so's got his like national papers coming up, like studying. Yeah, like they were pretty big, like milestones in your high school career.
And it was like, I felt like they put too much weight on it and too much pressure on student. Yeah. Like when I think back to it, yes, it was you did have to do well, right? But I guess it sort of meant or had more weighting for the other schools, like where if you performed well, you move on to the next grade.
Yeah.
But I felt like no offense to Joyce, at the end of the day, yes, they're there to teach you, but it is a business at the end of the day, right?
That's it.
So they will accept you to go to the next grade regardless of whether you perform poorly or not, right? So there was a lot of like pressure and stress that I used to see were put onto students back then, which like probably wasn't the best thing for like given like how young we were and all this sort of stuff. Yeah. Like grade 8, for example, why do we even have to do that?
Yeah, why do grade 8s have to do a national exam and then like if you don't pass, because it's like if you don't pass, you don't go to grade 9. Right?
Exactly.
That's fucking
Like, I mean, if you don't put that, imagine if you take a different approach, right? You don't put that much pressure on them, but then you just give them the fundamentals and like build a foundation, at, like because like that's when you start to learn what you need to go on to the next.
Because you're still pretty, like kids are young in here, right? What's that? 13, 14? Yeah. Like that's young. That's you're not even a
pre-teens, right? Yeah,
pre-teens. Like, you know, you're still trying to figure out like why your cock grass is growing.
I know, right? Like, hey, what is that? It was an interesting time, you know, and we had so many people like I just think back to that time, like, fuck, relationships were so cringe back then. They were so like, fuck. Why did we act like that?
Bro, I think about it all the time. Actually, I thought about one the other day. I think I was in grade 6 and I told this girl, her name was Liasi.
Alright, I remember.
I swore at her, I said the K word. So you
like, why you been saying this back there?
Theodore told me to say it to her. I don't know, she like pissed me off or something, so I swore her and she walked straight up to like Mrs. Agave and told her like Richard said the K word. Oh bro, that changed Mrs. Agave's whole outlook on the person who I was.
Yeah, I know, right? Dude, I feel like I also got in trouble with her that year as well. I don't know what I said, but her parents like came to school. Fuck. You know,
Shit.
sorry, Liasi. I don't know what I did, but
Yeah, sorry, Liasi, if you ever listen to this.
yeah, that was
We're sorry.
yeah, we were very immature back then. Like,
Yeah,
really.
we were. I mean, there was a lot happening, like, boys getting in fights, and
Yeah, there were a
I
lot.
remember, like, Billy and Zachary.
That was a big one. These
It's
two.
like my cousin, Zachary, fighting my best mate, Billy. It's like, do you guys want me to pick
Yeah,
a
like
side?
who do I support, right?
So I just made sure I stayed out of it.
Yeah. No, it's better to just be neutral.
Yeah.
Whoever wins wins. Okay,
Yeah.
that's
Go kill yourselves.
yeah. Fuck, I don't care. No, but it was one of those times where everybody. I feel like not smartphones but phones got introduced around that time. Like digital
Yeah.
came over.
Yeah.
And then we had like, they had those really crazy sales. Like it was really cheap.
Yeah, all the brick phones.
Yeah, and then
They were
like,
like-
fuck, people started, their heads started opening up, and
Facebook and
yeah, it was
Pornhub.
WAP trick and all this sort of stuff. Oh, dude, that was such a weird time.
Oh.
No, but you look back on it and like you cringe, but it's also funny.
Yeah, it's like, it's exactly that.
Like, I wouldn't go back and change anything. Yeah,
Nah,
like,
I don't think I would. I had the best time of my life.
true, like you would have had such a boring time in high school and primary school if these things didn't happen.
Yeah, exactly. It all
Yeah.
just made it a little bit more fun.
Yeah. No, but like to what you're asking, right? Like high school in St. Joseph. Like I can't speak for other people that like the other different high schools and stuff, but in St. Joseph, it was good. Like they definitely had your future at heart. Like
Yeah.
what I'm hearing these days is that it's more commercialized now. They
So
don't
it's
care.
Like it's like the other international schools.
Yeah, they don't really care about who they bring in anymore.
Mm.
It's just about we need to hit this quota, we need to make money, turn over this much a year, like that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So, but back then you could really tell like teachers back then were very understanding, really cared
Nice,
about
yeah.
like you succeeding in the future.
That's good.
And like I guess it really went a long way to like where I am now. Obviously I'm not where I want to be, but like it's definitely helped a lot.
Yeah.
Like they built that foundation and like they make you realize that nothing won't come unless you work hard for it, right?
Mm. And that's the main thing.
Exactly,
Yeah.
right? And like you can't just go and although they taught you everything you need to know, all this sort of stuff, like at the end of the day, it comes back to you.
Mm.
Like you need to go out and actually go after what you want. And if you
Yeah.
do want it, like you gotta put in the effort, right?
Yeah.
You can't just expect it to be given to you. And I learned that the hard way, like when I went to uni, like
Yeah. And I think that's like the perfect segue for the next part.
Yeah.
We want to dive into, that uni life, but like everything you just said there, I think looking at you now and where you've come from, like from high school, uni, and now into your working career, I think you've sort of epitomized what you just said about, getting that extra weight on your shoulders and actually taking initiative to go out there and do it for yourself.
yeah.
I think that's a big sort of, it's a good thing that you've done, and I think we can all see it
100%.
as your
yeah.
friends. It's really good to see.
Yeah.
But we'll take a little break, and then we'll come back for part 2 with Mr. Cakes.
Sounds good.
You.
Chirp chirp.